G'day guys, it's Dave Long here again from the old factory. Yeah, I'm just here today. I'm all inspired and creative and ready to go. So what I'm going to do today is something a little bit different. What I have here is a Vibe that I like. It's about 28 grams, sinking, bibless Vibe, and it's got a nice action. In the imperial terms, it's 1 ounce. And yeah, I think I'll measure that just to give you an idea of how long it is. It is, let's say, 78 millimeters. And what we're going to do today is we're going to paint this into a prawn, a natural prawn, and I call it the jumping prawn. So we've already started. I've put a clear coat on the blank, which acts like a sealer for the lure itself, just like putting a white undercoat on. This time it's a clear undercoat. So we put that on, that's on already, and I'll be using a stencil for the artwork. That's something I made years ago. As you can see, it's been used a little bit. We're going to be using black for the stencil, and then we're going to be straight into the dye, which is going to be a track brown. We'll use that, and then I might just spruce it up a little bit with some white around the head. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm just about ready. I think I'm ready, so here we go. Okay, so we'll be using the 0.02 millimeter airbrush, because it's going to be fine detail, and most of it's fine detail. Okay, so now we'll just put some black in there and do some artwork on it first. So I'll just shake this up and get my black. There we go. Yeah, so I was going to show you the finished results of the last two lures that I've made, completed with a top coat of epoxy, but it's been raining here for the last few days, and humidity is through the roof, so I'll have to postpone that for a little while until we get the humidity down. That's just how it goes with what I use as an epoxy. It just does not like humidity. Anyway, we'll mix this black and we'll get back into this one. I don't know a fish that doesn't eat a prawn. You know, this is probably the most versatile bait you could ever use. But what I've seen in retail and so forth, I don't see much in the way of a natural looking prawn. So anyway, we'll try and fix that today. After all, we're trying to match the hatch. That's what it's all about. I've made a bit of a mess there, not too bad. Okay, now let's do some artwork. The first thing I'm going to do is put some on the eyes, because we'll be using black eyes on this. Prawns have black eyes, and so we'll be using that. It just makes the eye look bigger. Alright, so we'll go on the eye. I'll just test this first. It's a bit high. That's it, that's all we need. I'll just put a bit on the eye now. That's it. Over the other side. And I'll put some black on the backbone. Now this Vibe has a very narrow backbone, as you can see, so we'll just be very careful not to bleed down too much on that, on the shoulders there, but it will eventually do it, but we don't want it down too far. I hope you can see that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I hope you're getting a lot out of this, especially saving money. After all, we always like to save money. There we go. There we go. Oh, I don't want to go down too. That's it. That's all we need. I'll just put a little bit around the front there. There we go. Alright, now we're going to put some artwork on. Yeah, I made this out of plastic sheet. You can make them out of, what I've been using lately is X-ray film. The sheets of X-rays you get, yeah. Any old ones I use, I hope they're old anyway, but yeah, I've just used that because it's a bit thicker. I'll show you one of those later on. Yeah, here we go. I think this is one. That's one there. That's a very simple one. Just made it out of that X-ray film, and it's very versatile, and it cleans up well with the solvents too. Okay, so we'll just start our pattern now. I'll just check something first. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now, what I'm going to use, this is a fairly moderate length of bait. So I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3, I might get 4 segments out of it, just to make it look a little bit more authentic. So where are we going to go? We'll try that one first. I'll go behind the gills, and I'm just painting mainly on the stencil here. Okay, that's a little bit heavy, that one. Actually, I might, what I should do, oh no, I'll leave it. I'll just join up the next one. There we go. You can just see it coming up now as the segments. I'll do the next one. There we go. I'll just clean that tip a bit, it's a little bit dry. I'll just leave that off. And we'll get another one now in the back. There we go. We'll try that one there. There we go. Alright, that's as simple as it gets. And that's probably not a bad texture there. I usually have them a little bit darker, but that's not too bad. I might just go over that second one down the bottom there a little bit again. Go back to, I hope I remember which one I used there. Oh, that's probably right. There we go, that's a bit better. And I come down as low as I can down to the base there of the bait. Alright, so we'll go over the other side now. Yeah, it's not a hard pattern to do, this one, because I've got everything at hand, you know. There we go, just clean that up a little bit. Now, if you don't get this right, what you can do is mark the top of the lure there. Where's my pen? That's it. I think I've shown you this before, but just to make sure that both sides are fairly equal, I'll just mark the top there with a little mark there, so I can see that. And I'll just bring it around with the stencil now, and that'll make it similar to the other side. Being the perfectionist I am, I'm not always successful at it, but let's see. Down the back there. There we go. Alright, so that gives me an idea now of where to line up the stencil. There we go. This will be a bit easier this side because I'm actually onto the stencil more than onto the bait. I'll just take this off first. Test that. Yep, that's okay. And then I'll come down to here. Now I'm just lining up the bottom to the bottom of the gill and the top of that mark. There we go. It's come up alright. I'll just use the same one. I'm joining up with the bottom of that latest segment. There we go. Come down fairly low there. That's it. And we'll do the last one here. That one again. It's a little bit dry. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our segments on. That's a bit higher that side, but I might just fix that up. There we go. That's not too bad. Anyway, that's not too bad. Just gives that subtle segment or segmentation there of the prawn. We might just use that later on. Maybe not. That's what we can get out of it. Okay, I'll clean that up. Yeah, so that's coming up all right. What we'll do now is we'll go over it with a track brown dye on the darker areas. And I left this clear, so the prawns, when you look at a natural prawn, they're generally, you can see through their bodies. When they're out of the water or in the water, that's their camouflage look. I'll have to get a bit more scrub into the side here. This black is a hard one to clean. Okay, that's good. Let's swap that off. Okay, so that's good. We'll just dry that off a little bit. So, you know, what we've done so far is the black on the eyes and on the nose. We've done the segments and we've done it over the back, so this dye will pick up and be more specific on the bait. I'll just clean this out too when I think of it. Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying all this. I love it here. It's my little cave. If you have any questions, just get in contact with me. I mean, more than happy. There we are. If you just look up that one, that's me. And say hello, you know. I don't mind talking to anyone. So just give that a buzz. And you might be able to answer a few questions, or you might have some suggestions for me too. I'm always open for suggestions. Okay, so now we've finished with that stencil. Now we're going to put the track brown. Now I was a good little painter, and I mixed this prior, so it's more effective and more mixed, which is what you're supposed to do under the instructions. Okay, we'll put that in. Now this will give a nice rustic. There we go. A nice rustic type of feel to the bait. First we'll go over the eyes. That's it. Yeah, there it comes up a lot darker. Go over the Alright, so there we go. It just picks up the segments and just makes it a little bit more sort of, how do you say, shadowy. There we go. And I'll go over the other sides without spilling that. There we go, over the other side. And we'll do the eyes. And the segments. That's a little bit too runny, that one. There we go. That is a bit high. I might just turn that down a bit. It's a bit better. Still a bit high, but anyway. Okay, now I'm going to go over the back. And we'll probably use the rest on the back here. And there we have it. Okay, so it's got that nice natural look about it now. It's I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can. But it's sort of highlighted the segments in the back there a lot, and the eyes. The eyes are pretty good too. So anyway, we'll clean this out. I've been wanting to do one of these for a little while, in between the others that I do. I'll just let that dry off a little bit. Clean this out. If I don't clean this out, it'll gum up the air gun. Okay, that's good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, this is optional, but this time I'll show it to you. I don't normally do this, but I will this time. I'll put on little white dots just around underneath the eye there on the gill. I don't know why I do this. I think it's just a little highlight to bring out a little bit of, how would you say, a little bit of indifferent colour. But generally in nature they don't have that on the prawns. But what would you clean that out? Okay. Yeah, so we're finished with that. Now that's still wet. And I'll just use another stencil here, and we'll put some little dots underneath that eye. Use the white. Yeah, like you said, you don't have to do this. It's just something I do occasionally, just to highlight a different colour on the bait. Yeah, so you know, if you want to send me a message or just to say hello, do that. I'm more than happy to talk to you. If I don't get back to you straight away, it's only because I'm shopping or I'm on doing other things. Oh, I might need a couple of coats on this. Anyway, let's give this a go. I might try little dots in this one. I don't want to go on the eye itself, so just on that edge there. That'll do. There, that's it. That's all I need. Just a little bit of white on the bait. You can hardly, well, you can see it, but it doesn't bang, stand out unnaturally. I'll try the other side, see if we can do the same thing. Just there. There, that's it. That's it. That's all we need. Simple. We'll clean that out. Might use the brush and that's it. This is the nature of the game. You just got to keep cleaning these out. Otherwise they're going to gum up and you have all sorts of trouble. And if we get time today, we might even do another lure. See what's happening. Okay, that's good. Clean that out. Now, if you live locally, to me, you don't see many of these tissues on the shelf anymore at the supermarket. That's because I've been in there. I use these a lot to clean up after myself. Okay, all right, so it's nearly done. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to put what they call a colour change on it. Now the colour change, if I can get it up here, is there we are. Colour change, this is a blue. You can get other colours too, but what this does, it will actually coat over the darker areas. I'm not going to go right down underneath. I'll just do a little bit over the top on the eyes and the just on the segments a little bit. But what it does, it actually gives that glint on the bait, especially in the water. When it's flashing around, it'll change colour a little bit. So it's just a little added extra to the bling of it. Alright, so I just mix this up because it can be a little bit heavy. That'll do, 3 drops. You don't need a lot of paint. And you can dilute that again with reducer. I told you I'd drink this stuff. It's used on everything. There we go. Mix that up. You can see the colour change there actually. You see that? There's blue in it? Okay, that's good. Alright, so we use the same airbrush. That's all we need. I'll start on the back and on around the eyes, and then I'll work, just feed it down to the segments. Okay, here we go. There you are, you can see that happening already. I'll just feed it down there. Just gently. Just gently down the Okay, you can see that colour change there now. That's good. Try the other side. bit too much there. That's alright. That's enough. Alright, there it is. We'll just put some black eyes on it now, let that dry a little bit. Let's clean this out. It's you can clog up the gun. That's it. Okay, just let that dry off a little bit and we'll get some eyes out. So after black eyes, natural thing for these baits is to the prawns is to have black eyes, and they're a pretty big eye, so I'm going to be looking at, say, a 6, size 6. We'll see what we've got there. Haven't got too much in the way of 6, I don't think. Not in the black anyway. We've got a 5. 5's in the black. At one stage I found it hard to get black eyes, so I must try again. Yeah, I'll have to go 5, I think. I'll just have a look in there. Let's have a look in here. You think I would have been more ready for this one? That's a large eye. That's not too bad. I might consider that. That's a 6. But apart from that, I haven't got black. Okay, that's it. There's one there. No, that's a black silver. It's got a big pupil. That's probably good enough. That would be good because the background of it is painted black too, so it'll show up all black. So yeah, the 5. Yeah, I'll go that. Alright. I'll leave that out. And we'll get the old trusty glue out. That's good. Yeah, that's looking good. It's got that little flashiness about it. I like it. That'd be a good bait at night too, if you're chasing the likes of barramundi and so forth. I like it. Anyway, we'll get a knife. I seem to go through these knives a lot. Just a dab of glue, not much. That's it. What the hell? go. Very nice. Alright, it's coming up good. Let's go over here. Do the same this side. Just a dab of glue. I've made mistakes before putting too much glue on, and it's a mess. You get all it's stuck to your fingers, and there we go. Alright, that's it. So now what I might do is give that a seal and of UVLS, and that will protect it until I'm ready to give it a coat of epoxy. Okay, just clean up here a little bit. That's it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, we'll give that a quick hit of epoxy, not epoxy, UVLS. Won't put much on. Don't need to put a lot on it. And if you're interested, you can subscribe to this channel. There'll be a lot more coming up. You're more than welcome. And yeah, feedback. If you've got feedback, just let me know if you want to see something too. I'm always creating something. Alright, so here we go. We'll put this on. Oh, you can see those colours pop out already. This will just seal everything up. There we go. That's it. Alright. We'll just clean this out real quickly, and we'll just revamp what we did on this one. This is my own pattern I'm sharing with you. It's very simple. It's first of all, we did a seal of the bait as an undercoat. But it's a clear seal, and the highlighting with that stencil I made. Where is it? Here it is. Here. That's it. That's the fella. Yeah, I just made that up myself. You can make anything you like. It's up to you. And we use the black for the highlights, and then we put the track brown dye over the the black highlights and on the back and the eyes. And then I put a little bit of white underneath the eye on the gill. That's optional. And then just put the good old blue colour shift on the top. You can use others too, other colours, other there we go, other creative shifts. And then we put a clear coat over the top, and now it's ready for the epoxy, which I won't do today because humidity's gone through the roof. Okay, alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. That's a natural jumping prawn, and with that in mind, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, catch you later.